Welcome everyone to session 7 of A Time to Harvest. This will be the end of chapter 2 today. Up to this point, we have been students from Miskatonic University sent to a remote town in Vermont, Cobb's Corners, to do research. One aim of that was to look for a new element called Pasqualium, and another part of that was to gather local folklore for an anthropology project. Well, this expedition has had no end of trouble. The year prior to us met with tragedy when one student was killed or found dead and another missing, or the rest of them missing and presumed dead. This year we went back to the same place and we managed to find one of those students in a terrible, terrible state. Other events seemed to befall us during a foggy night when strange creatures came out of the fog with what could only be described as weapons of technology vastly superior to that of Earth. And we managed to escape, but not without being accused of public drunkenness and sent back to school disgraced. When we arrived back at school just shortly before the start of the fall semester, we were often met with ridicule, gossip, finger pointing, whispers. People knew that something had happened, and the rumors were of public drunkenness and disorder, and in general just conduct unbecoming a student of Arkham. We were all on academic probation, still are on probation. Professor Jebediah Baldwin, he is actually has his job is at risk. He's on a warning, and if his conduct continues, then he will find himself without employment at Miskatonic. One of the party, Robert Blaine, we found him having been the victim of an apparent suicide at his home in Arkham. However, we suspected that there was foul play involved there. And indeed, there seemed to be some sort of form or entity in the room with us when we discovered his body. And based on some of the clues, we suspect it may have been fellow student Terence Laszlo. We then began to speak with some of the other students and found them to be very different from what we remembered during our time with them in Vermont. Those that seemed friendly were now unfriendly, and those that seemed outgoing and gregarious were now introverted, or those that once held interests in football or botany now seemed disinterested in those things or pursuing entirely different academic pursuits. There were a few people that really seemed to be acting more strangely than normal. One of those was Terence Laszlo, who seemed to be kind of a rich kid, snob, but now he seems dangerous. His eyes are black. His smile is like that of a shark. He's not given anyone the time of day other than threatening glances, and it was him that we suspect was there at the site of Robert Blaine's suicide. Or was it murder? We also discovered that William Noakes was harassing one of the school professors, Professor Wilmarth. William Noakes seemed to have a great deal of information that Wilmarth thought was private, and Wilmarth confided in Jebediah about an encounter he had a few years prior in Vermont when he met a man named Henry Akeley, and Henry Akeley had told him of strange creatures that cavorted around his farmhouse, and that they would whisper strange things to him, promises and offers to traverse the stars and see dark planets and newly formed suns and things that seemed far-fetched. But then he was told the way this would happen, as our physical bodies could not tolerate the journey, was that our brains would be removed and placed into special canisters, and we would then travel with these people. And a name was given to Jebediah as he spoke with Professor Wilmarth, and that name was Migo. And that he said these things are said to be from Yuggoth, or the ninth planet, which for us in modern day was as yet undiscovered Pluto. Now, we also spoke with Professor Armitage at the library. He's over the restricted section, and he gave us some information. We were able to confirm the existence of these creatures, as well as a strange name, Shub Nigrith. And whatever that might mean, we're uncertain. We did discover it's often referred to as the black goat of the woods, the mother of 1,000 young, and such and so forth. And it would seem that this being would require or demand worship of others. And what tie-in this may have with the Migo, we don't know. But the people of Cobb's Corners are a strange folk, and we began to have suspicions that perhaps their strangeness was tied into something more. We also discovered that Professor Learmonth, who was the head of the geology department, that was kind of the liaison with Marian and Julian, that he had received documentation from some of the other students that were with us that they had found Pasqualium on our expedition, and we know this not to be true, and that it was found near Brattleboro, which is a place we had never been to, and it was found in a crater. A fallen meteor must have streaked through the sky and deposited in this crater. We know this to be nonsense, and so we think that lies are being fabricated by these our fellow students, but why we cannot fathom. Now, Marian, you received a note last time from Roderick Block, and the note said to meet him at 10:45 at Hangman's Hill, and that would be tonight. Now, before this happened, we had followed some of the other students to Professor Harold's house, and Professor Harold is the one that came to Cobb's Corners to send us home, and was very upset with us. And so Marian and Julian went and were eavesdropping while Arthur and Gerold and Jebediah were kind of covering the different approaches. Now, we all saw our fellow students from the expedition approaching. We managed to stay hidden, but they approached Professor Harold's house. They went inside, and something very strange indeed happened there. A conversation. It seemed as though on the table was a great deal of kerosene and other supplies, and Professor Harold said, "So, you have the TNT and the kerosene. What about the brain case and tools for the surgery? Good. Now remember, it will take 5 hours for the enzyme to take effect. This means both teams will go precisely at 10:30 p.m. tomorrow. So be outside the library and the science annex before then. Gustav, make sure you get him there before then. Lawrence, you secured the meetup point? Fine. We cannot fail our benefactors in this. The rewards for success are too great, and the penalties for failure too severe." Now, we don't know of a certainty all of what he was speaking of in this instance, but it seems as though there is a plan set in motion for tomorrow night. We made our getaway from Professor Harold's house, and that is where we left it, chugging away in Jebediah's car, leaving Professor Harold's house behind us with many questions still unanswered. Now, tonight, in just a few hours, Marian, is your rendezvous with Roderick at Hangman's Hill. And you likely know somewhat of Hangman's Hill, but give me a roll for this. This is going to be a history roll, if you would, please. Oh, got it by 1. Excellent.
All right.
So you know that Hangman's Hill, and I have a map of this. Hangman's Hill is, let's see, what is it? Here we are. There's Hangman's Hill. Hangman's Hill is on the highest point in the overgrown and bramble-infested old wooded graveyard that lies on the western side of Arkham, and on the right-hand side of Boundary Street. The lone hill got its name from an incident in 1704 when a suspected witch named Goody Fowler was hanged there by the citizens of Arkham. Since then, according to local legend, if anyone is brave or foolish enough to spend the night alone on the hill on May Eve or Hallowmass, which would be All Saints' Day, then they are visited by Goody Fowler's ghost. Some say they attempted the vigil and observed nothing, while others claim to have seen the spectre. Of those who have witnessed Goody's ghost, most admit to fleeing in terror and refuse to talk about what happened, while others claim to have spoken to the shade. There are even stories about people who went to the graveyard to look for the witch's ghost, never being seen again.
Oh.
Now, we are in the middle of September. We are nowhere near the May Eve or All Saints' Eve. That would be 30th of April or 1st of November. So hopefully that will not be an occurrence, but it is still a creepy place nonetheless. And you were advised to come alone. So,
yep.
What does Marian do? You've got maybe an hour or so before your meeting if there's anything you want to do. Otherwise, you can head up to Hangman's Hill if you want to go there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like once, the danger kind of clears and everyone, leaves, she'll definitely, tell the others, what's, where she's going. I think she probably is too scared to, violate the note and have someone kind of, follow her. And I don't think she wants to put anybody else in danger, but, it's kind of one of those, if you don't hear from me in, a few hours, or, if I don't meet you in this place at this time, something bad has happened to me.
Now, do we have this discussion in the car as we're driving away from Professor Harold's house? Do you have this discussion with everyone, or do you choose one or two people to say this to?
I mean, are we all in the same car?
Yes.
Yeah, I think she would just kind of tell the car, because at this point we're all kind of in it together.
Well, how do you all respond to that information?
I definitely don't think you should go alone, Marian. I mean, these people, clearly there's something wrong with them. I'm worried about your safety if you go alone.
Well, and I'm worried about your safety if you decide to follow me. I don't think he means any harm, but I don't want to scare him and have something possibly go wrong.
What if we all just waited nearby, just in case something bad happens? We'll be out of sight.
Okay. I think as long as you stay out of sight.
How about Jebediah? How do you feel about this?
Well, I think Arthur speaks true. Perhaps it would be best if these people are dangerous, that they were at least nearby if the worst is to occur.
And Gerold, any input?
Yeah, Gerold kind of nods along at the idea of waiting nearby. Well, and that gives us time to study, or at least to think in the car nearby. Yes.
Do you want to head to Hangman's Hill now and maybe scout out a place where you could wait? Or do you worry that maybe Roderick might see that and know something is afoot?
These things, I think they have means beyond us. It may be futile to try and hide, but planning ahead of time never hurt.
Yeah, let's scout the area and find a good vantage point, just in case.
As you approach that area, Jebediah, you're driving. Are you going to turn off the headlights and try to approach quietly, which will require you to make a drive auto roll, or you can just keep your lights on and just drive like you're supposed to be there, so you don't look suspicious. That will not require a roll, but you will gain advantages likely if you are stealthy.
Well, perhaps I could not completely approach the hill. Instead, I could park on Hill Street, near some of the buildings there to give us some cover.
Let me have Jebediah. I'm going to have you give me a roll here. This is going to be a survival roll. I know you're probably not great. I don't think anyone has over 10, but give me that roll, please. You do find the hill, and you know that there are many avenues where you could be spotted. You're kind of out in the open here. There's no real place to hide your car other than on the street, and that kind of sits uneasy with you, especially with your military background. That perhaps we're out here in the open, but maybe you take solace in the fact that you're far enough away. You think, for all Roderick knows, this car belongs at this house and should be parked here in the street, and maybe all is well. Or do you want to push that roll? If you push it and fail, then something negative will happen.
No, I think I'll just sit a little uneasy with that knowledge, but if I could try and park maybe somewhere near this corner here, not completely at the hill, but near some of these buildings.
Ping that corner again for me, if you would. Right there. Okay, perfect. Let me have Arthur give us an occult roll. You've heard the story of Goody Fowler here at Hangman's Hill. So, with a hard success, not only have you heard the story, are you a believer?
I don't think I would be. But maybe after seeing all the things that I've seen in the past few weeks, I'm still doubtful, but I'm open to the possibility that maybe something weird is happening on the hill.
Okay. You definitely get a sense of the solemnity of this place because of the history and the provenance of this area, and your knowledge of the occult. You know that this is likely a place where ley lines, those strange lines that are said to crisscross the earth, that might have an increase in psychic power, or in other ways maybe influence or change the aspects of the occult or the paranormal. And you suspect that this may be a place where there are those ley lines. You have no way of knowing unless you go and research that, but you know that this is a place where magic could definitely be enhanced. Whether that is good or bad, you don't know. As the hour begins to draw closer, Marian, are you nervous to meet with Roderick, or are you eager to meet with him?
I think it's a mix of both. I mean, I think she's just nervous in general, especially with everything that's kind of happened. And I think she's keeping, having to like kill her friend way back in the back of her mind. And I feel like she's just hoping she never has to do that again. But also, knows that there are things at play here that she doesn't quite understand. So she's interested to hear what he has to say.
Excellent. And how soon do you leave the car and head up there? Do you go right at the appointed time? Do you go a little bit early? Are you fashionably late?
I think she'll be punctual. She'll show up right on time.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy at all?
No.
As you are getting ready to leave the car, does anyone say anything to Marian? Gerold, I want you to give me a psychology roll as you look at Marian as she prepares to leave. You know she's probably nervous. This could be dangerous. This is a dark place. There's no public around. She's been asked to come out here at night to meet with one of your fellow students, but all of your fellow students have been acting strangely, and you see that she's a little bit nervous, but you're maybe unsure of how to best comfort her. Now you can push that roll if you want. If you fail, that means you will probably say the wrong thing at the wrong time, but if you pass that, you'll be able to ease her anxiety somewhat.
I think Gerold's kind of like he's really good at persuasion and fast talk. I don't think he'd put his foot in his mouth too easily, so being a 38, I'm probably not going to push that.
Do you want to use another skill then, like persuasion or fast talk?
I almost feel like fast talk's fitting because I don't know if he could believe himself trying to be
right
persuasive as opposed to just trying to say some really like a real platitude. Yeah.
Give me a fast talk roll. Ooh, just missed it by 8. You could spend luck or you could push that. You first start kind of talking, but your nervousness is coming through, and you maybe stop and you're like, oh no, I gotta get control of this if you want to push that.
Yeah, I'll spend the luck. I got luck last session.
Perfect.
That's nice.
Thanks.
You spend the luck, and what do you say to her to try and comfort her?
I think, Gerold will kind of like lean forward in the car, because I think he's in the back, and he'll say, well, good luck, Marianne. They say, what will be, so I'm sure it'll work out.
Jebediah, do you have a weapon? Did you bring one? You got your pistol?
Yes, it's in my coat pocket.
Do you give that to Marian, or do you keep that to yourself?
I think I would keep it to myself for now.
Okay. Well, Marian, it's time to head up into Hangman's Hill. Now, as you leave the safety of the poorly lit street into the utter darkness of Hangman's Hill, you find that the old wooded graveyard is covered in a low-lying fog. There are strange shadows looming in that fog, almost shapes that you see moving here and there. You hear the rustling of dried leaves coming from the edges of the graveyard as though things are skulking, perhaps watching you. And as you climb up into that hill, you hear something rustling in the leaves, and it's getting perhaps closer to you. Now this fog goes up to about your knee, but there's something under the fog. Seems as though it's headed your way. You can see a dark shape moving towards you under the fog. It's small. In fact, it reminds you of those strange rat-like creatures you saw. It's about that size. But whatever it is, it's down on all fours, moving quietly. What do you do?
Do I have like a flashlight?
Give me a luck roll to see if you have a flashlight.
Hopefully. Just walking around in the fog. Don't like
You do.
Yeah.
You have a flashlight.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I think she's definitely gonna take the beam and try to like put it on, like follow the movement around.
As you bring the beam over that fog where you hear the movement and see that shadow, you see there's something sticking up in the air, the tip of it just at the edge of that fog. It's almost like some sort of thin appendage sticking up with a slight curve to the end, and it's moving, swaying slightly side to side as though in some sort of hypnotic dance. It seems to have no joint where it bends in the middle or knuckles as such. It just seems to move and flex easily, and it's probably about as big around as maybe an inch in diameter, and it looks like it's maybe about 8 or 9 inches long, and it's moving towards you.
Oh boy.
Give me a sanity roll.
Oh no. Here we go. Oh.
You are going to lose 1 point of sanity, and you're going to have some sort of reaction, a yelp, or drop the flashlight, some involuntary action. What involuntary action do you have?
Yeah, I think it'll be kind of like a yelp, and then like sort of like like jumping back, maybe like a step.
As you let up that yelp and jump back, the back of your leg presses up against something cold, and you turn, and it's a gravestone, a grave marker, and you feel that coolness against your leg, and that small appendage lowers down, and then you hear the thump 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 as something is not just walking towards you, but it's trotting. It has a faster gait. It's maybe 10 or 15 feet away at this point and closing rapidly.
She's just gonna like let out a really loud scream and see if that scares it.
Nice. Give me an intimidate roll.
Alright, let's see.
You can have a bonus die on this.
Oh. Yay, oops, I already won.
Roll another d10.
Another d10. Okay, cool. Yep.
Need a 0 or a 1. Oh, close. So 27. So you missed it by 8. You could spend 8 luck.
Yeah, I think we'll spend that. I have a lot.
Okay.
Oops.
I'll just, go ahead and drop your luck. I can go ahead and do. There we go. Perfect. You let out a scream, and the sound stops. And then you hear a faint vibration. and it gets closer, and then you see that appendage come up, and you breathe a sigh of relief. It's covered in fur. It's a tail. And then you see the face of little Figaro as he comes out of the fog and rushes up to you and begins to dart around your ankles.
Aw.
This is the cat that belonged to the landlord where Robert Blaine was staying.
She's just like, Figaro, what is this? She'll like, will he allow her to pick him up?
Yes.
Yay. Okay, she's gonna just like hug the cat, basically.
Nice. Figaro, his fur is very cold. It's a chilly night. He's very cold, and he nuzzles right up to you for warmth, and you can just feel that vibrating purr on your body. He seems happy to have found a friend.
Yay.
Moments after you pick up Figaro, you see a light about 30 feet away in the cemetery, a flashlight that shines towards you, and Figaro looks and lets out a very faint warning growl.
Oh. Marian's just gonna be like, hello?
The light gets closer, and you can see that it's Roderick Block. And he looks at you and says, Marian, thank you for coming here. My name is not Roderick. My name is Keith Clark. 9 years ago, creatures took my brain. They promised my family that they would keep their lives. But I have found that that is a lie. There's an article at the school that describes how a family was found murdered 9 years ago in the woods on a camping trip, and the husband, me, was never found. Now, when I discovered this, I knew that I had a score to settle with these beings that took my brain. I'm no fool, and I know that I need help to get the revenge that I desire. I'm hoping that you can help me.
What would you like me to do?
You have to understand, everyone else on that trip, they've all been changed. They're all agents for those alien horrors. They're planning on raiding Professor Learmont's laboratory and his office in the Science Annex, as well as putting sections of the Orne Library to the torch tomorrow night. I wish to see their plans put to an end. I know it will cost me my life, but my life is already forfeit.
That makes a lot of sense. Why would it cost you your life?
Because I will not work for them any longer. And when they detect my change, well, I'm no longer useful to them. They'll put an end to me.
How can we help?
Well, this is what I think we should do. And as he says that, suddenly, out of the darkness, Terence Laszlo materializes right next to you.
Oh,
I need a sanity roll.
shoot.
Ooh.
Oh no.
You will lose 2 points of sanity.
Thanks.
You will have another outburst. What is your outburst? You
I
could
think
drop your
she'll.
light, you could scream, you could drop Figaro.
Yeah, I was thinking about dropping Figaro. Probably is what happens.
You hear a wow as you drop Figaro to the ground, and he scampers off into the darkness of the graveyard. You can see that Terence is holding some strange-looking device at both you and Roderick. This device is small and handheld, a mass of tubes and wires. Give me a spot hidden roll as well, Marian. Do you want to push that? Or spend the luck?
Yeah.
It'd be, what, 12 luck.
12 luck. Yeah. Maybe I'll spend the luck.
Okay.
Just in case.
Spending the luck, you see two more figures coming towards the graveyard. It appears to be Harry Higgins and Jason Trent. And they're each carrying something that looks like a large mass of tubes and pipes.
Oh no.
Laszlo tells you and Roderick, don't move. Let me just tell you the horrible fate that awaits you, especially for the traitor. And he points at Roderick. As he, like most villains do, begins to wax on about the tortures, the pain, the suffering. This time is used by Roderick to pull a pistol from his pocket, and he fires 4 times at Terence. The sound of the gunshot rings through the graveyard, and let me have everyone that's in the car give me a roll to see if you can detect this. This will be a listen roll. Gerold, do you want to push that?
Yeah, he would be alert.
Oh yeah. Maybe you don't hear the first shot, but you hear the others. So all 3 of you hear a series of gunshots coming from the graveyard. What do the 3 of you in the car do?
Well, I think Marian is probably going to need some help, so I'll get out of the car and maybe jog over.
Not running, but just jogging.
Right.
You don't want to get there first or too fast. What about Gerold and Jebediah?
Yeah, I think Jared might hop out and give it a run. We'll give it a run.
You easily pass Arthur, who's wheezing after the 4th or 5th step. It's his asthma, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What about Jebediah?
Yes, well, I think Jebediah will quickly search his glove compartment for a flashlight before running out after Arthur.
Give me a luck roll to see if you can find your flashlight, or more specifically, if the batteries are charged. Oh, you missed it by 1, and you can't spend luck on a luck roll. You do find your flashlight, but you only have limited battery. You turn it on, and it's flickering and faint, but you do have some light. Do you follow Gerold and Arthur?
Yes, I will follow after Arthur.
Marian, after the 4 shots go off, you see that Terence Laszlo dives to the ground, and the bullets miss him. And Roderick tells you, "Run!"
Yep. She didn't need him to tell her that. As soon as the gun goes off, she's gone.
As you start to run, Roderick runs behind you, and you hear this loud crackling sound. It sounds like lightning, like electricity being thrown or arced into something. A huge bolt. There's a bright flash behind you, and you smell a whiff of ozone. Then it happens again, and this second one, you hear a cry from behind as Roderick hits the ground. If you turn back, you see his right leg is blackened and charred and completely crippled. and you see the three other students, Terrence, Harry Higgins, and Jason Trent, bearing down on Roderick. He looks towards you and says, "Avenge my family's death." And then he places his pistol to the center of his forehead and pulls the trigger. Witnessing his suicide, you need to make a sanity roll, Marian.
Okay. Woo. It's popping off.
Oh boy.
Oh no, Marian.
Alright, you're going to lose 2 points of sanity. How close are you to your daily maximum?
6 out of 11.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you still got a little ways. His brains just burst out of the back of his skull. Do you continue to run? Oh, actually, and you need to have some sort of involuntary action here. What do you do?
I think she's just gonna throw up.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Projectile vomit all over. And are you running? Are you trying to get back to the car?
I think, yeah.
Now, are you going to try to be stealthy? Is this one of those things where you just run hellbent trying to get back, or are you trying to sneak and hide behind trees and gravestones?
I think if she hadn't just witnessed the suicide, she'd probably try to be stealthy, but this is now just like pure panic, like running.
Okay. Give me a dex roll. Your dexterity. And I'm gonna make a roll here for the bad guys. Okay, they got a fail. If you can get a success, which you did, just on the money, the fastest of them is Harry Higgins. He needed to beat a 70, and he got a 79. So you managed to get ahead of him, and you can hear shouts coming from behind you. "Don't let her get away! And take her alive! We need what's in her head!"
No.
Now, Gerold, you're probably the first running towards that sound. You can hear something charging towards you, and you can see this flashlight bouncing. That's got to be Marian. You can hear the shouts of others further up on the hill. What do you do when you see her approaching, Gerold?
Yeah, I think Gerald's trying to be as non-threatening as possible. If he's clocked on that it's her, he's got his arms out. And he says, "Marian, we get back to the car, quick!" Gesturing, wide, hands high.
Give me a psychoanalysis roll. This can be used to help someone with insanity or to calm them down.
Oh no.
No. She's clearly in a state of fright. She's not, in a state of insanity, but she's scared out of her mind. Do you want to push that roll and try to snap her out of it?
Yeah. Gerald would be trying to do this. It worked before with the professor. Not quite.
Now, you probably saw in one of those silent films once where when a woman was in distress, the man would come up and give her a good slap, and that would bring her to her senses. Which, in what world does that work? But anyway, that's what happened in the movie. Do you give her a nice little slap across the cheek to try to get her to stop panicking? Is that what Gerold would do?
More offensively, almost, maybe. I think he probably tries to grab her arms, restrain her, almost.
Nice.
Which is not a good idea, but I did fail the roll, so...
Yeah, so something bad will happen. Marian, you feel yourself being grabbed. Roderick just told you that all of the students you were with were agents of those creatures, and now you're being grabbed by Gerold. Now, you're not insane, so you don't have to believe that he's working for the bad guys, but how would Marian react to that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she thinks that he's one of the bad guys, but she is very freaked out, so I think she's probably just gonna like just let out like another really loud like scream
Nice.
and like probably flail a little bit.
As you're flailing and screaming, Jebediah and Arthur, you guys arrive at about the same time. What do the two of you do? You see Gerold holding her. She's screaming. There's vomit running down her chin and on the front of her blouse. You can hear shouts coming from up on the hill.
Can we see if anyone is like running towards us or close to us?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll. Oh, wow. Yeah, in fact, you with your glasses, you've cleaned them recently, you can see that there are 3 people charging down the hill, and they seem to be spreading out. The one in the middle is pointing and giving directions, and with an extreme success, you see that one of them is Jason Trent, and he is going off to your right hand side. It would be the left hand side of the bad guys. He's heading off to the right, while Harry Higgins is going left, and Terrence Laszlo is coming straight towards you, like they're trying to encircle you.
Have any of them like seen us yet, or like?
You don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Professor Baldwin what we should do.
Well, Arthur, go and help Gerold, and let's get back to the car. I think we should leave here, and I will try and scare them off.
Are you sure you'll be okay by yourself out here, Professor?
Oh, I'll follow you, and I'll be all right.
Okay, Professor.
Now, does the professor have the car keys, or did you leave them in the car?
Oh, I likely left them in, so that we could leave quickly if needs be.
This was back when people would just leave their front doors unlocked and things like that, so it would not be unheard of to just leave the keys in the car. Gerold and Arthur, you two are trying to calm down Marian. Gerold, you've got her in a bear hug. Give me a fighting brawl roll. And Marian, you can do one as well.
All right.
And Gerold, if you are being assisted, you can take a bonus die on that. So roll another d10 for me.
Oh. So close.
So none of you succeed. So it's all just struggling and fighting and probably elbowing and shoving. And Arthur, you're going up and you just feel like you're getting in the way. You're probably telling her, calm down, Marian, calm down. You got to be quiet. And Gerold's like, I got my hands full here, Arthur. What do we do?
Yeah, if Gerold wants to like try pulling her towards the car, I can come and push her towards the car.
Gerold, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense you feel the brawl roll. He's really not trying to, like, restrain her as much as get her to the car. So he's just trying to drag her and saying, like, we need to get to the car. Come on, Marian, come on.
Marian, hearing that and maybe sensing what he's doing, do you resist or do you begin to go with him?
No, I think now she's kind of probably calming down. And probably instead of, like, screaming and flailing, she's kind of just, like, gone numb and is, like, I would imagine crying at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys make haste towards the car. Jebediah, what are you doing?
Well, I'm bringing up the rear. I am following the group, though I am trying to keep my eyes on the assailants.
Give me a spot hidden roll. Yeah, you can see Harry Higgins. He's the Irish kid with the big birthmark on his face. You can see him approaching. He is kind of off to your left, but you can see him coming at you. He's holding something in his hands, and it looks like a weapon, but it's a strange conglomeration of pipes and tubes and wires, and there's even a little blinking light on there, which you have no idea what might power that, or how that might function, or what it might even be.
Well, I will call out, Mr. Higgins, please. You need to leave.
Are you trying to intimidate him or persuade him to do so?
Well, I think this would be more intimidation.
Okay, give me an intimidate roll. Yeah, you almost had an 11. That was close. Hearing your voice and seeing your faint flickering flashlight, he turns towards you and raises that that device. Let me go to our main screen. Let's see, where's Harry Higgins? Right there. I'm going to put you guys into combat. Alright. Harry will go first. He has the higher dex. Let me target you. Harry targets you with this strange device. Now, Professor, you can choose to basically dodge out of the way as this comes in. Do you want to dodge, or you can fight back with your? Well, actually, where he missed, you wouldn't need to dodge. Sorry. Having some issues with Foundry here. There we go. So, Jebediah, a strange mist belches out towards you, and it's slow moving, and you get a scent, a smell, and it reminds you instantly of Cobb's Corners. You saw something like this being used that knocked out some of the other students when you were there at the dig site. It's your turn. You've got that 38 in your pocket. What do you do?
Well, I think I will target whoever just fired the mist projector.
Harry Higgins. He's over on the left-hand side, got the birthmark on his face. Okay, now you can do a single shot, or you can do multiple shots. Well, never mind. You rolled. Okay. Nice. You got an extreme success. So that's going to do penetrating damage, so it will do max damage plus a die roll. Go ahead and click on roll damage. Ooh, 16 points. Professor, where do you hit Harry Higgins and take him out?
I think it's right in the forehead.
Nice. You squeeze the trigger, and Harry Higgins drops. You see a cloud of bone and hair and brain go spraying out. Now, you've seen death in the war, but you've dedicated your life to being a teacher, and now you've taken the life of a student. Give me a sanity roll for that.
Cold.
Nice. Yeah, you got no problems. You've had some students that have been real assholes, and like you finally get your revenge. Like, I'm gonna take that guy out, and you do. You just absolutely take out that student. You take out all your frustrations on students that have issues with their grades and late assignments, and you let it fly, you have no problem taking him out because you've been seasoned to violence in your youth. It's not easy, but it comes back to you quite naturally. Now, you'll still lose 1 point of sanity, but you don't have a involuntary reaction or anything like that, so go ahead and reduce your sanity by 1. Yeah, he's a cool professor. He's the kind you want to hang out with. Now, you hear voices. You hear a voice cry out, "Gustav! No! No! Gustav's down! He's down! What do we do? What do we do?" And then you hear Terence Laszlo voice. He calls out and says, "Robert, keep it quiet." And then it grows still in the woods. Professor, do you head back to the car, or do you continue on the hunt?
No, definitely not. I will continue to run back to the car.
Give me a roll for the... Well, are you being quick about it?
Quick enough that I can use my flashlight to look for anything that might trip me up.
Give me a dexterity roll. So as you're looking, you don't find anything that's going to trip you up, but you are slowed because nearly tangling around your legs is Figaro. That cat comes up and begins to move around your legs, hissing and scratching at the ground. Clearly this cat is unhinged or upset. What do you do with Figaro?
Simply push him to the side and try and run past him.
Okay, and you can manage that. When you get to the car, you can see that the other students have all loaded themselves into the car. It will take you a drive auto to get away from there before Jason Trent and Terence Laszlo get a chance to fire that strange lightning gun at you. Do you want to push that?
Yes, I think I will.
Okay, let me make a roll here. Oh, needs ammo. Hang on. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. He nails your car. The bolt of lightning flashes bright in your rearview mirror, and you feel your car shudder as though it was just impacted by another vehicle. And the back end of your car swings around. Give me a luck roll, Professor.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay. The damage is entirely cosmetic. It does not affect your ability to drive away. The back half of your car is vaporized, and those sitting in the back seat, it's now open to the air, and looking over to the side, you can see the metal glowing red in a jagged line where it simply was sloughed off by that blast of lightning. But your car can continue down the hill, and you make your getaway. Where do you go, Professor?
Well, I suppose I might go somewhere where they wouldn't be able to find us, so perhaps wherever my house is. I'm not sure where that would be in the city.
Would you trust your house, or do you think that perhaps your personal information might be compromised?
Well, I think it might be safer than going back to the university. What does everyone else think?
objections?
I don't think Marian has thoughts at the moment.
Arthur, Gerold, what do you think? Would you like I can drop you off at the university, but I should think that it won't be safe there right now.
No, we should probably stick together. They're obviously looking for us.
I agree.
You head over to Professor Baldwin's home, and when you get out, Professor, you survey the damage to your car, and you are amazed. You've never seen any weapon like this, and you were witness to tanks and machine guns and gas, but this is something completely foreign to you, something that could vaporize or disintegrate half of your car with a single blow. And how you all survived, you have no idea.
Do I have a tarp or something I could put over the car in case they come looking?
Give me a luck roll. You do indeed. You have a tarp. You could cover that up. By now, that metal that was glowing red hot has cooled. Once you get it covered, you all go inside. And, Professor, do you have any alcohol in your home?
I don't think it would be in my home. I probably keep it in a false drawer in my office.
Do you offer anything to these students, even if it's just water or...
Well, Arthur, how about you go into the kitchen and make us some Ovaltine?
Sure, Professor.
So, Arthur, as you're busying yourself making your Ovaltine, your thoughts go to Jason Trent. Now, you heard a gunshot, and the professor came back. You don't know if maybe he shot Jason Trent. How would you feel if something bad were to happen to him?
Well, at this point, I don't care about him very much.
Okay, well, that's fair. You bring out the Ovaltine, and the rest of you sit around the professor's living room, decompressing and maybe discussing what happened. And Marian, you have a story to tell about your conversation with Roderick Block. I'll let you tell that.
Yeah, I think, well, first she probably cleans herself up a little bit because she's kind of,
Pukey.
Yeah, a little pukey. But yeah, I think she sits down, and is like, we didn't have a lot of time to talk, but he said that everyone on the trip is, they're agents of unknown horrors, alien horrors, and they're trying to burn down parts of the library and break into above the table. It was like break into a lab, right?
Yes.
Or an office?
Yep, so Professor Learmonth's lab, and he would be the head of the geology and metallurgy department. That is this guy right here. That's Professor Learmonth.
Yeah. And she's like, they want to break into Professor Learmont's lab.
Now,
And
you've already broken in there. That's where you hid under the desk. You'd gotten some information in there a few sessions ago.
yes, yeah, she's like, oh gosh, that was so long ago. Now I don't even remember what information I found.
There was some handouts. Let me see if I can find what
Yes.
handouts they were. Let's see. It was 10 and 11. So here's 10.
Yeah.
Let's show it to everybody.
And
And
yes, we go from
here's 11.
Oh yeah, the Pasqualium. That's right.
So yeah, basically that they felt the Pasqualium was extraterrestrial, and they'd found it in a different place than what you thought, or that you were. But it definitely seemed like there was maybe a cover up or something going on.
So yeah, she'll explain that, and then also be like, and Roderick, he wasn't Roderick. He said that his family was taken 9 years ago, and he actually was a different person. And he was rebelling against them, and that's they found us, and then he died.
Now, Professor, what do you know about being taken or about being other people based on your conversation with Professor Wilmarth?
Well, yes, what you say matches with what Dr. Wilmarth told me about these creatures that are able to extract one's brain and put it in a jar, and they're able to travel through the void of space, and the brain of another can be placed in the body, and yes, it's very very intriguing, yet rather concerning.
Now, it sounds like something big is happening at the school tomorrow. So, sounds like they're going to go after Professor Learmonth's laboratory for something, as well as set fire to the Orne Library. Now, Gerold and Arthur, that's your safe place. How would the two of you feel about someone threatening the library?
I mean, with that being...
Well, as you say, it's Gerald's safe place. Beyond a respect for literature and knowledge, just in general, it's the philosophy stacks hold so much human nature in them. It would be it's almost like a human responsibility to protect that.
Yeah, it would be a tragedy if there were to be a loss there. And maybe you're a little defensive about that. What about you, Arthur? That's your safe place, that desk third from the window.
Yeah, so that being one of the only places that I feel really comfortable in, I think I would kind of feel the same way.
Professor, are you keeping any sort of watch over your home, or do you feel safe?
Well, I think I would peek out the curtains every once in a while and look for anybody passing by.
Give me a spot hidden roll, please. It's dark and you're tired and you don't see anything. As far as you can tell, it's a very quiet night out there. Now, how do you all propose to deal with this information as regards to tomorrow? It sounds like tomorrow there's going to be some events happening. How do you propose to stop it, or do you? Do you simply allow it to happen? Do you notify the authorities, or do you take matters into your own hands?
Well, I think knowing this information, we have to do something.
Based on what you were able to overhear at Professor Harold's house, it sounds like that both teams will go precisely at 10:30 p.m. And there was some mention, there's TNT and kerosene, something about a brain case and tools for surgery, as well as something about it will take 5 hours for the enzyme to take effect.
Oh. I mean, we could go to the police. Obviously, leave out the part about the brains in the jars, but at least have some kind of backup there to help us?
I worry they would have thought of this, and we have a bad reputation already.
That is very,
Well,
very true. And it may come that the police have been made aware of the troublemakers at Miskatonic.
Well, perhaps we should contact Professor Wilmarth. I know that he would believe this, and he may be able to help. He is, after all, in charge of the restricted section, and I should assume that he would care about the fate of his library.
Well, that would be Professor Armitage, but yes, that would be accurate. Do you want to contact Professor Armitage?
Well, if I have his phone number, or I suppose I could look him up in a phone book.
Yeah, you would have a number for Professor Armitage. And right now it's probably 11 p.m. Would you call him this late?
I think I might wait until the morning, but I think he'd be more receptive to these ideas.
Do you do anything else this night, or sleep a uncomfortable night away if sleep can even find you? Let's go to sleep then. On your character sheets, you can reset your daily sanity loss. On the bottom, where it says daily, there's like an arrow. Just click on that arrow and it should set it back to 0 for the day. And then why don't we take our break here, and that way we don't interrupt anything for what comes next.
Oh boy.
So I will see you all in about 8 minutes.
Sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth. Bots tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. A win in a battle. spoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon. Try to seal my awful fate with a handful of dice. 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down. The DM no bloody. I leave with the princess. A satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a naval caper. While in real life, my fate isn't spoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate isn't spoken. The king he honored me with the mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a hero, struggling to stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now I'm a level 5. Level 5.
All right, I am back. Looks like Luke is unmuted. Are you here, sir?
Yep. Hello.
Excellent. Hello, hello.
I'm here.
Hey, there's Alex. Do we have a Henrik? No Henrik yet. Let's go to Miskatonic. Henrik, are you back with us? No Henrik yet. Henrik, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get started then. that night passes uncomfortably for all of you, and when you wake up, you don't feel that refreshed, but rather it's the long wait until tonight. You do have classes that you should be attending, and Professor Baldwin has one he should be teaching. But how do you choose to spend your day in preparation for tonight's events? Arthur, what do you want to do today? Do you go to your classes, or what do you do?
I think with everything on my mind, I would probably skip today's classes.
Okay, how do you spend your time instead?
I was thinking about maybe studying Jason Trent's journal
Okay.
and maybe trying to learn another spell.
Which spell? It has the Elder Seal, the Black Words, and Woeful Agony of the Wretched. So you don't have the Black Words or Woeful Agony of the Wretched.
I think maybe the Black Words.
The Black Words.
Sure.
Okay. So to learn a spell, you need to make a roll, and it is, if you're learning from a book, you need to make a hard intellect roll. And you got it. So you learned the Black Words.
Yes.
Okay, let me put that on your character sheet. So the Black Words, it's a powerful offensive spell, causing physical injury to a target. This is the one that Julian did and backfired on him. The caster invests as many magic points as desired, and that number halved in sanity points. For the spell to take effect, you must succeed in an opposed POW roll with the target. If successful, the target is subjected to a sudden and terrifying blast of energy, causing flesh to blacken and wither. The target loses 1 hit point per magic point that you invest into the spell. So you spend your time learning an offensive spell to help you in the whatever may come. What about Jebediah? How do you spend your time?
Well, I think that I would likely attend, or at least give my lecture, and then I would see if I couldn't find Dr. Armitage and Wilmarth and sort of tell them the situation.
Yeah, you spend a good part of the day doing your duties, and then you manage to catch Wilmarth at lunch and can talk to him. Do you tell him everything that you've discovered, or do you hold something back?
To Armitage, I think I will simply tell him that some students may be planning to harm the library. However, to Dr. Wilmarth, I'll be more forward.
Armitage assures you that the restricted section is safe. There is a vault door that is proof against fire or any other harm that may befall it. And that he has security beyond just the night watchman. And he actually leans in and says, I don't think you've met her yet, but good old Millie, she won't let anything untowards happen to this library. And he is referring to Mildred Millie Pilton, who is the librarian of the afternoon, here at the library, and you've probably seen her around. She's kind of stern with some of the students, hushing them if they're being too noisy, telling them to walk and not run, encouraging them to take care of the books so that the books may take care of them. And you think, what does she have to offer other than perhaps vigilance? And vigilance she will give. Now, you do note that Armitage is being kind of dismissive of you. I mean, what threat could there possibly be? Do you mention that there's a faculty involved, Professor Harold?
I think I will not specifically mention that.
Okay. Wilmarth, you tell Wilmarth everything?
Yes, I think I would disclose everything that's happened.
He shakes his head and tells you that you are in grave danger. If you have tampered or meddled with the affairs of the Migo, they do not take that lightly, and that they will seek to settle the account before too long. As far as tonight, he says, I don't know what they might have planned, but it certainly sounds like it is a credible threat. Gerold, how do you spend your day?
Yeah, I guess beyond, trying to go through the usual routine, he might be, still studying those, the children's poems, or maybe his new treasured possession, just getting through the day.
Yeah. And Marian, how do you spend your day?
I think she's gonna look for Figaro.
Ooh, where do you look for him? Do you go near the home that he lived in, or do you just wander around calling his name?
Yeah, maybe she'll go by the house.
You go near the house and call for Figaro, and you spend probably a good hour getting there and back and going around and checking. There's a small park not far from that home, and this is just off of campus. And when you get to that park, you can hear a great number of birds. It sounds like maybe crows or something cawing quite excitedly in this small park. Give me a spot hidden roll, Marian.
Mm-hmm.
As you get closer, you can see that there is something on the ground. It seems to be covered by birds. It could be the remains of a dead animal. Judging by the number of birds, it's probably large, maybe like a deer or something. Do you approach?
Sure.
As you get closer, the birds flitter away, and you can see that it is a body of a person, and you immediately recognize the clothes. This is Julian, and there is a huge bullet hole right in the center of his forehead, and there's a note pinned to his chest, spattered in blood, that says, "Eye for an eye."
Oh, damn.
Give me a sanity roll, please.
All because she just wanted a little furry friend.
You will lose Ooh, 5. Okay.
Yikes.
If you lose 5 or more in a single go, there's a chance that you could become temporarily insane. So what you need to do is you need to make an intellect roll. This is basically if you pass this, you understand exactly what's going on. If you fail this, which is what you want to do, you kind of push it aside. You passed it. So you do go temporarily insane.
Oh no.
Roll a d10 for me to see how long this lasts. Okay, and then roll another d10 to see what it is. And I have a cool table. Well, I don't have it. It's in the book. Nice. So, if everyone else is around, it happens in real time. But if you're kind of there by yourself, there's a summary. And so, it lasts about 5 hours. And you gain a new mania. So, I think I might have a table with all the manias. Yeah, let me roll on the table. The delusion of suffering from an imagined disease.
Oh.
So, what disease do you think you might have? And this would be a permanent, like, diabetes or something. Or something, even more grim.
Well, I think since she saw a bunch of animals eating Julian's body, probably like a flesh-eating,
Oh,
bacteria
nice.
or something like that.
So Nosomania. I'm going to put this on your character sheet. Nosomania. Delusion of being afflicted with flesh-eating bacteria. Nice. Okay, I totally won't use that against you.
No, not at all.
Never. You see his body, and it looks as though, with the grimace on his face, he suffered at the end.
Oh.
You look around, and there's no one else seems to have noticed this. No one seems to be watching you. What do you do?
Are there other people around? Or no? Just me?
Just you.
I think she'll take the note, and I doubt there's anything she can use to cover the body around. She will. Are his eyes open?
Yes.
Okay. She'll close his eyes and then I think just walk away.
Okay. 5 hours later, you're going to come to your senses. You won't have remembered any of this.
Oh.
So you saw his body, and then everything was kind of a blur. And you're sitting on a bus, and it's just one of the local Arkham buses, and you're holding in your hands this folded piece of paper, and it's a little sticky with blood. You look down at this thing, open it up, and it says an eye for an eye. And you have no idea where this came from, what it means. You have completely spaced out what had happened to you over the last 5 hours. It's now about 3 in the afternoon. The bus is about a mile from the university. As you begin to realize you're not where you thought you were, and you don't know how you got here. Do you head back to school?
Yeah, I think she would probably try to find, a familiar face at this point.
You get off the bus. There's a lot of people looking at you. You don't know what you've been doing or saying this whole time. For all you know, you've been sitting quietly, but perhaps you've been ranting and speaking in gibberish and showing people the note, and who knows? I'll leave that up to your imagination. But when you get off the bus, as it drives away, you hear a small round of applause, people clapping for whatever reason, probably glad to have you off the bus.
Oh my gosh.
You then make the long walk back to school. By the time everyone meets up, it's about 6:30 or so, 6, 7, somewhere in there. And where do you go? What do you do? You've got probably 4 hours before the plan, it sounds like, is going to go into effect.
do we have things to like counteract the library explosion?
Well,
Or
yeah. Do you go and try to procure weapons or anything like that? I'm sure there's a gun shop here in Arkham. Welcome to the USA.
I feel like
Honestly,
weapons.
you could probably buy TNT in one of the local hardware stores. They use it to get rid of stumps.
Do we want to buy weapons and TNT?
It is.
Oh no.
I know what
Nothing
Cross
can-
would say if he were still with us. Cross would be all
Yeah.
over that.
I think at least weapon. Like we're gonna need something to defend ourselves.
It's true.
Like they want to take our brains out of our bodies and put other brains in.
Well, does anyone want to go and get a weapon? You could for sure get a rifle or a shotgun, or even a handgun would be available. It may be a little difficult for Arthur. I think you're younger than everyone else. You're 24, so no, you would have no problem. No, Gerold, you're the young one. You're 20. You may have a little bit of a difficult time getting that because you look very young and you are only 20, but you find the right store or somebody will sell you something. A handgun would be maybe a little more difficult. Of course, that's easiest to conceal as you walk around campus than a rifle or a shotgun, but there are
Right.
options.
Yeah, Gerald has more experience with a rifle than he does a handgun. Imagine he probably went out hunting. Maybe he knows that one of his well, benefactor's hunting partners or
Yeah.
something.
Do you want to procure a rifle?
He's marginally, but yeah, I think that would be Gerald's goal. We are, Marianne is right. We we need something.
Get you a rifle. Okay. And anyone else want to get a rifle or attempt to get a pistol or a shotgun? Or a baseball bat?
Marion is slightly better with a rifle / shotgun, so I guess she'll get a rifle.
Perfect. Let me throw some ammo in there for you. Okay. Arthur, do you want anything? Or trust in your spells?
Yeah, that's kind of why I learned the spell, so I would have a way to defend
Yeah.
myself.
And Jebediah, you do have your pistol. Do you want something bigger, like a rifle or a shotgun?
Oh, Jebediah, knowing the harm that a shotgun can inflict in the trenches, that's what he will go for.
Get you a shotgun.
Especially considering that if we are to prevent whatever they have planned, we may be getting very close to some very dangerous individuals.
Dinner time comes around. It's about 7:30. Normally you might have a meal in the cafeteria. Do you go there for dinner or do you spend the dinner hour doing something else?
I think Marion will eat. It's probably a good idea.
Anyone else gonna have dinner there at the school?
You don't want to die on an empty stomach.
What about Arthur and Jebediah? Are you gonna have a meal there at the school?
Yes.
Yes, I think Jebediah will.
And are you eating together or are you separate? I'll assume you're all together then. as you get the meal, it's chipped beef on toast and a little cup of summer corn and a small bowl of peaches. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's filling. It's college food. Arthur, give me a spot hidden roll as you take the first scoop. Now, do you eat your peaches first? Are you a dessert first sort of person?
Yeah, sure.
You bring the peaches up and take a bite, and they're not great peaches, but there's a sweetness there, and it's quite good. And then do you eat your vegetables, or do you save those for last, or do you even eat your vegetables? You just go for the main course.
No, I think Arthur would eat his vegetables.
You eat the vegetables, and then you start to dig into that chipped beef. And as you bring it up to your mouth, there's a weird smell that comes to you, and it's not exactly pleasant. It almost smells like maybe the meat has gone bad.
Ooh.
Does it look bad or anything?
Well, with a close inspection, it looks fine, but again, there's a little bit of an odor. It's a little off-putting.
I don't think I would eat it then, if it smells bad.
Jebediah, you probably notice Arthur sniffing his food and then setting it down and pushing it away from him. What do you make of that?
Well, can I make a psychology roll?
Yeah. Oh, nice. You can tell that Arthur, the way he wrinkles his nose, something didn't smell right with the food. Not like he's a truffle hog or something that can find acorns in the woods. Doesn't have superhuman senses like that, but he definitely he objected to whatever was being served.
Well, Arthur, if you don't care for the beef, perhaps you can have my peaches. I assume you like those.
Oh, gee, Professor, thank you.
This is how Arthur gets all the desserts. Professor, give me a spot hidden roll. You sniff Arthur's chipped beef on his plate, and it smells okay to you. Do you smell your own to see if it has the same scent, same odor?
Yes, I suppose I will.
Go ahead and push that roll. Yeah, it seems to smell okay to you. Now, Marian and Gerold, you see, Arthur and Jebediah sniffing one another's plates. What do you do or say?
I wonder if Marian just holds her plate up to Gerold and is like, sniff the plate?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll, Gerold, if you want to sniff her plate.
No, that's...
It does not smell right. There's something off with that. You can't quite place what it is, but it doesn't smell fresh, maybe? Marian, why don't you give yours a whiff there and see if it smells off to you?
Sure.
No, that's not right.
Smell like Soylent Green over here in the cup.
Yeah, yours seems to smell fine. Do you want to smell Gerold's?
Sure.
Go ahead and push that roll.
Smells great.
Yeah, his smells fantastic. His smells better than yours, in fact.
She's like, you want to trade?
You're welcome to them both if you want.
Oh, yes, please.
Could I smell everyone else's beef?
Yeah, and I think
before they eat it?
I think you've already made a spot hidden roll. Yes, yeah, they all smell bad like yours.
I would tell them, guys, I don't think this meat is good. I don't think we should eat it.
Give me an intelligence roll. This is a know roll to see if your character would know this. You recall hearing something about an enzyme from Professor Harold's house. Maybe you wonder if it's not in this food. You look around and you see other students happily eating away their plates and sopping up the gravy with an old roll, and they all seem to be fine. Yet there's that nagging feeling. What did he mean by enzyme? Did he drug this food? How do you come and burn down a library at a noteworthy university where there are hundreds, if not thousands, of witnesses and students here? Are they killing off the student body?
Is there a way I could, like, discreetly go and smell someone else's food?
Give me a stealth roll.
Oh?
Like a ninja,
Oh, yeah.
Arthur, you kind of get down, you crawl towards another table, and
I feel like that would draw more attention to me, but okay.
there's a group of girls, and they're chatting, and one of their trays is near the edge of the table, and then suddenly you see Arthur's eyes come up hippopotamus-like out of the water, and his nose is all a quiver as he sniffs the plate, and yeah, hers smells bad as well. And the girls look at you and say, "Ooh, are you hungry?"
Oh, no, sorry, I just, my food and my friend's food over there, it smelled a little weird, and I thought maybe the meat had gone bad or something.
Well, don't eat it then.
Well, I wasn't going to, I was just trying to see if everyone else's meat had also gone bad.
Well, you could just ask next time, but here, sniff away, and she holds the plate out to you. Give me another spot hidden roll as you sniff this one. Your face as red as a tomato as you're smelling this girl's food. Yeah, it smells bad.
Okay, thanks. I wouldn't eat this if I were you. There's definitely something wrong with it.
Look, if you want my food, just say it. You look like you're hungry.
I just thought there was something wrong with the food. Sorry.
Well, there's something wrong, all right, but it's not with the food. And the girls
Oh.
all start to giggle amongst themselves.
I will just go back to my table then.
Shoo, shoo, and they kind of brush you away, giggling to themselves. But you do come away confident that their dinner did not smell good either. As you sit and kind of look at your plates and you look around the cafeteria, you see most of the students there have eaten all of the dinner. And you notice a few beginning to stagger around a little bit, almost as though they are inebriated. And one or two are holding their heads and still talking, communicating, but just acting unwell. And most leave after bussing their trays and head out onto the campus grounds. But it looks as though some people here have been afflicted. Marian, give me a sanity roll as you see this apparent disease spreading through the student body.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh?
Oh, missed it by 3. You you will lose 1 point of sanity, and then you'll have another bout of madness. So roll a d10 for me.
Oh, this always happens.
It'll last for only 1 round, and then roll another d10.
Again?
Another
Oh my
mania. Wow, okay. Let's roll on the table. Okay, so this will lasts for a minute, but you're going to have this compulsion to just start laughing.
God. Fair.
And as you look around and see these people staggering like they're sick, everyone at your table, you hear Marian just start to laugh. Starts out as a little titter and a giggle, and then pretty quick it's a belly laugh, and she's laughing so hard that spit is flying out of her mouth. Gerold, you're sat next to Marian. Give me a psychology roll.
This worked well earlier. Oh,
Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, you can tell that she is under the effect of mental strain, and you know that it wouldn't just be something that she's seen just now, but you think that there's maybe some underlying strain. Maybe all of this stress has finally gotten to her.
yeah. Yeah, I think we're all feeling it a little, but I think it'll be over soon. Maybe it's best to get ready to arm ourselves now.
Do you leave the cafeteria?
Yeah, I'm certainly not eating. I wouldn't recommend it to the others.
As you head out, your laughter gets under control, Marian, and you walk outside. It's dark outside, and you can see a lot of students wandering around the grounds, and there's definitely something is up. There's a few students that are walking in circles. There's others that are beginning to take off their clothes. There's others that are lighting matches and throwing them on the ground. Everyone's acting a little crazy.
What is happening?
Give me a medicine roll.
Okay. Medicine.
Got a 1% chance.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's not.
Yep, you have no idea.
Oh my god.
Anyone better at medicine than 1%?
No. First aid, but no medicine.
You can do a first aid roll. You'll get a little less information, but there's still information to be had. Yeah, so clearly intoxication is what you would say. You don't know what has caused it, but it seems as though they have been intoxicated.
Some kind of inebriant. It didn't smell like alcohol. The meat was wrong, but not. Well, it's bizarre, but yeah, goodness.
Where do you all go?
I was thinking we probably left the weapons in the car. Gerald's kind of thinking
Yeah,
now
I'm
it's
sure you didn't take
they're
them into
moving.
the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, just resting against the table.
Although Arthur's
Don't
like,
mind.
give me your peaches now. You go back and get your guns from the professor's car. Do you mention, Marian, at all that letter that you have? You have no idea where you got it, but that eye for an eye letter.
Yeah, I think she would bring it up. Maybe like as she's going for the gun, she kind of like feels something like shift in her pocket, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the note." And she's just like, I don't really remember how I got this, but I found this earlier today. And she'll show everybody.
What do you all make of that? It's covered in blood.
Very ominous. Well, you found it? That's
Yeah.
really-
I was trying to find that cat, but I found this note instead.
Oh, to say no more, cats probably cut somebody to shreds.
Yeah, Gerold has a fear of cats.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It was a dog.
Once you have the weapons in hand, where do you go?
So an attack on the library, the laboratory. What was it?
It was
sounded
both.
Sounded like both.
Yes.
Do you
Oh,
dare
no,
try to
we're-
cover both, or do you protect one at the expense of the other?
I mean, they're gonna burn the library, and I feel like that's worse than. Though maybe that's the distraction.
Oh, I didn't think, but if I was going to distract somebody, a fire is a fantastic way to do it.
Hmm.
Marian, give me an intelligence roll. This is another no roll to see if Marian would recall some information.
Probably if she was having a better day.
Yeah,
Nope.
nope, not your day.
Nope.
And I can show you on the map where the different buildings are. They're kind of close, but not exactly close. So 13 is the library, and then across that quad, 6 is the science hall. So where do you go? Do you try and cover them both? Do you split up, or do you focus on one?
By heart,
there is no
it's
wrong
library.
answer here.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
In which building would Jebediah's office be?
What are you a professor of? Is it like
Anthropology.
Probably in the. I looked this up at one point. Was it 3? No. Yeah, I think 3. Let me look. Did I put that on your character sheet? No, I did not. I think it's 3.
Well, in that case,
kind of central.
Jebediah would, yes, he would like to leave his newly acquired shotgun in his office in case he needs to go there to retrieve it.
Okay. And also, Marian, you have your little office. It's in 7 in the science annex. The laboratory that you like to spend time in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if her professor's lab is one of the things that's going to get raided, she would know that wing pretty well.
Yep.
So I think if we are splitting the party, she would go to the lab part.
Does anyone go with you, or do you go there alone and the rest go to the library?
If no one else is going to go with Marian, I think I would go with her.
And then Gerold and the professor cover the library?
Yeah, I think Gerald feels like he has an obligation.
Professor, is that okay with you?
Sure.
Okay. Let me go back to our landing page just because I got people on there. Let's go first to the geology lab. So, it's now about 8 o'clock, and as Arthur and Marian are heading over there, you can see that there's a lot of commotion in the on campus. A lot of students running around. There's students shouting, people throwing things out of windows, books and tables and chairs, and just a lot of chaos. And if you stop anyone or anyone approaches you, they have a glazed look in their eyes, and it's as like they don't know what they're doing or who they are. They're just acting very, very strangely. Now, when you get to the science hall, I think I have a map. I don't know how useful this map will be of the science hall. Not useful at all. Let's go back to the landing page. When you get to the science hall, you know where Professor Learmont's lab is. Are you being stealthy in your approach, the two of you? If you are, I'll let one of you roll stealth for the two of you, and I'll let you guys decide who that is.
Are you feeling stealthy, Arthur?
You did just do your ninja move in the
did,
cafeteria.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Let's
yeah.
see. I have a 40 for stealth. So I guess I could do it.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
Do you spend 8 luck, or do you push that? Or do you just think that you were stealthy enough?
I'll spend the luck.
As you're approaching, Arthur, you're finding all the best places to hide. And Marian, you get you know where the kind of the back way in, where maybe you won't run into as many people. And when you get in and you're outside the professor's lab, you can hear voices, and it sounds like Professor Learmont, and he's talking with some other students, and judging by the voices, it sounds like maybe Terrence Laszlo and Lewis Gibbons. And let me move Professor Learmont over there as well. So that's all the players on that in that area. You can hear voices, and Professor Learmont is saying, I simply cannot reproduce the results. I think we need to call it a day and go home. And then you hear Terrence say, no, continue, you'll get it, try harder. One more time. And Professor Learmont, you hear him make a scraping and light up a Bunsen burner as though he's doing some sort of experiment on there. What do you two do? Do you just wait and listen? Do you burst in?
What kind of spells do you have, Arthur?
I do have a spell where we could conceal ourselves so they won't see us.
Is that the shadow one?
It's called the Shroud of Shadows.
I have one that like incapacitates someone temporarily, I think. So maybe we shroud ourselves and then try to freeze them.
We could do that.
So what do you do?
Well, I think we're going to go in using my spell, and then we're going to take them out with Marian's spell.
Yes. Oh, I can only incapacitate one person.
And it sounds like there's 3 people in there. Now, your Shroud of Shadows, you've cast that before, Arthur. That was with that big, strange frog creature in the sugar maple forest. It doesn't so much as make you invisible as it makes a big cloud of darkness, and you're kind of hidden in that darkness. You could do it and then maybe open the door, and there's a chance that no one would, like, they would see, oh, the door opened, and they wouldn't see you there. You think that maybe that's how it would work, but you don't know for sure. It doesn't move with you, so it would just block. It'd be like putting something right in front of you. If you want it to move with you, I would say that would require an additional magic point. So it's going to cost you 2 magic points to cast that, 3 if you want that darkness to move with you. And if you want to cast that, Arthur, you can open up that spell and hit the cast button. I think you just, double click on it or click on it and then hit cast. And you've already cast this, so you don't have to do your casting attempt again. And then, do you see where it says cast?
Yes.
Did you push that? There we go. Drop your magic points down. Perfect. So describe for me how this Shroud of Shadows rises up in front of you.
Well, I guess the spell would kind of like pull the shadows from corners of the hallway, kind of in front of us as we open the door.
Do you want to make a stealth roll to open the door quietly? And you can add a bonus die to that because of your invisible state.
Oh.
Do you want to push that roll? As you go to open the door, you feel it's going to be resistant.
Man, it's
Boy.
the same thing.
Okay. The door opens, and you see Lewis Gibbons turns and looks in your direction. And all he sees are the shadow, but the door is open. And Terrence says, "Go close that door." "Do it now, Dr. Osborne." And Lewis begins to walk towards the door. Now, Marian, are you going to do your spell?
Yes.
Okay. So you've not cast this spell before.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make a power roll, and you need to get a hard success.
Okay. I jumped the gun a little bit there.
Now, that will cost you a sanity point to use this, and since you are temporarily insane, you will have a bout of madness.
Oh my gosh.
But it could still be awesome. We'll cross our fingers.
Yes. Okay, here it is. Sorry, I lost the window briefly.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yep, you did it. Okay. Let me reduce your magic points by 3. And your sanity drops by 1. If you would roll a 10-sided die for me, please. And then roll it again.
My old friend, the D10.
Yep. Okay, lasts for 3 rounds.
9.
Phobia. Okay, this one may not be quite so bad. Let's do, there's a table I can roll on. Nice. Okay, well, fear of fire. So for the next 3 rounds, you do not want to see fire. And I'm going to add that onto your... You are like amassing all of the phobias and manias here.
Yes.
Okay, your spell goes off. So your spell You temporarily incapacitate a single target. For it to take effect, you must succeed in an opposed power roll with the target. And who are you targeting? There's Terrence Laszlo, there's Lewis Gibbons, or Professor Ashley Learmonth.
I feel like Lewis, since he's the closest.
Since he's approaching.
Yeah.
Give me a power roll, and I'm going to roll for Lewis.
Okay.
Okay, you succeeded, and he failed, so it takes effect.
Ooh.
So, Lewis, intense racking pains seize Lewis. His face and hands blister and drip fluid. His eyes cloud with blood and become temporarily sightless. He's rendered completely helpless during the period of the spell's effect, which, let's see how many rounds that will be. 3 rounds. So he is incapacitated for 3 rounds. Excellent. When that happens, Terrence snarls and pulls that electric gun out of his pocket. And Professor Learmonth turns and says, "What the devil's going on?" Let me drag you guys into combat here. Okay. Are either of you using a gun?
Arthur is not.
Are you using your gun, Marian?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why she got it.
Alright, let's begin. Alright, Marian, you will go first.
Okay. She's going to try to shoot Terrence.
Okay.
Do I do like? Is it like click? Yeah, there we
Yep,
go.
then target him. Yep. And then click on combat, click on your gun.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Wait.
And you cannot push these. You can spend luck, but you can't push. And that would be a lot of luck. That'd be
Yeah, that's way too much.
Yeah, 45 luck on that. Terrence will point his gun at you. He saw the flash, but you're still obscured, and so he's going to have a penalty die on this. Put these trackers out of the way. Single shot. Now you can choose to dodge. Oh man, terrible shot. Okay. Misses horribly. A brilliant bolt of electricity arcs through the air and blasts into the side of the wall near the door. And Arthur, you feel the heat on your body and know that if that had hit you, that could have proven fatal.
Yikes.
Now Lewis is incapacitated. Arthur, it's your turn.
Okay, I want to use another spell.
Okay.
This one is called the Will of the Warlock.
Okay.
And it's the one where I can like command someone to do something.
And you've not cast this spell before, have you?
I have. It was at the train station.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so you don't need to make your roll to cast it the first time, so you can just cast. Alright, so you'll lose a sanity point and a magic point. Let me adjust those. Now with this one, it bends the will of the target to that of the caster. You must succeed in an opposed power roll with the target. This only affects one individual at a time. So you need to do an opposed power roll against Terrence Laszlo, and he has a really high power.
Oh no.
I am going to give him a...
Oh man, that was terrible.
So his was terrible as well, but he got a success, and you failed. So your spell has no effect. But now he knows that he is going up against a spellcaster, and Terrence is a spellcaster himself.
110%.
Uh-huh. He has a really high power.
He does. Wow.
Marian, your turn.
Oh god. Okay. She's still in like the darkness cloud, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know how well her rifle skills are going to be, even though she has a big scary gun. I think she'll just run through the shadows at this point. She has a small knife, so maybe she'll try to stab instead of shoot.
Okay. So just target him, and then on your character sheet, go to your combat tab, and then click on your small knife.
Alright, small knives. Let's go.
All right. And then I'm going to give you Terrence. He's going to fight back,
Oh my god.
and he's going to brawl.
Terrence is just untouchable right now.
Terrence is tough.
I should have gotten him instead.
Well, you only take 1 damage. That's not too bad.
Okay.
Okay. And then Terrence's turn. Now that you're up close, he... Oh, let me look at his spells. See what he wants to do. Actually, I know what he's going to do. Now that you're up close, he's going to grab you on either side of your head and just begin to crush.
Oh, cool.
So this is going to be a fighting brawl. And you will have the opportunity to... you can choose to dodge or fight back. So if you dodge, you just need to get a regular success. If you fight back, you'll need to get a hard success. So on the chat screen, you can choose dodging or fighting back.
We'll just dodge, because I haven't been rolling well. I'm scared. Oh!
You got it. Okay, so you dodged. Excellent. Lewis is still incapacitated. Arthur.
So did he use both hands to try to grab Marian?
He did.
Is he still holding the weapon thing, or did he drop it?
He dropped it.
Can I try to go grab it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
So give me a dexterity roll to get in and grab that.
Oh boy. Oh man, this is terrible.
So I think you can push that.
Okay.
As you go in, your foot kicks it and it slides across the floor. So then if you want to push that, you'll scramble over
Oh.
and pick it up. So let me give you the gun. Okay. Let me see. I think I need to give you the skill. Yes, this weapon looks like a warty, doorknob-sized lump of black metal. Let's see. Oh, so to be able to fire it, you must realign the wires on the electric gun. This requires a successful hard electrical repair roll. If you do that, then you can fire it. But it took your turn to go over and get the gun.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Marian. Your turn.
Is he's still close to me, right?
Yeah, he's got his hands on either side of your head.
Oh, he does? Okay. Well, we're just gonna try to stab him again. Why not?
And he will
Come on,
fight
dice.
back.
Oh, dice. Can you spend luck on this?
You can. Yes, you can spend. It costs you 9 luck to pass that. Or you can spend 29 luck to make it a hard success.
Oh god. I feel like it's worth the luck to pass to be able to stab. At least once. I want one stab.
Okay. He will fight
Hopefully.
back. He needs to get a hard success, and he does not. So,
Yes.
can you click on roll damage on the chat bar?
Absolutely. I would love to.
And then click on that button again. There we go. Nice.
Okay.
So 2 damage, and I will inflict that onto Terrence. And where's he at hit point wise? Okay, he's 5 more of those, and he'll be down.
Great.
He is going to he's going to try and knock you down to the ground, get you off your feet. So he's going to try and sweep your feet out from under you. So let me give him a brawl roll. And then you can choose to fight back or dodge. And it should show up on the chat screen. Oh, hang on, that didn't work right. Well, he failed anyway. So if you want to fight back, you can. Just give me a attack roll with your knife.
Okay. It's like the fighting brawl again.
Yeah.
Yay!
Look at that. Okay, roll damage.
Oh.
So your knife, you're stabbing him, and it's kind of uncomfortable to stab this guy, but you still manage to just plunge that knife through any little gap you can see, cutting his arms, sticking him in his belly. This is the last round that Lewis is incapacitated. Arthur, you have this device in your hands now.
I want to try to reason with Terrence. So I'll say, listen, whoever you are, I don't want to have to hurt you, and I don't want to have to use this. So just let her go and tell us what you're doing here, or I'll be forced to use this, or I'll destroy it.
Give me a persuade roll. And you can add a bonus die because you're holding that weapon.
Whew.
Okay. He looks at you and says, "Look, fatty,
Oh,
put
Oh.
it down and walk away. You can live."
I don't think so. I have this weapon, and what do you have? Nothing compared to this.
I have the knowledge in how to use that.
Well, I think I could figure it out.
Going to make an electrical repair roll so you can figure it out? Or,
I don't think I could figure it out, actually.
okay, or do you want to bluff?
Yeah.
Okay. You did get a success. He gives you the option, you can survive. You can live if you want.
Well,
But-
I want my friend to survive, too.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
It is entirely possible.
Marian looks up at you. She's fighting for her life, scratching and clawing and stabbing. That's the best deal I can make. Your life for hers.
Listen, I
If
can
you
destroy
spend-
this thing, too.
If you spend 3 luck, you'll make that a hard success.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 luck.
Do you threaten to destroy the device?
Yes.
He says, "What are you to me but ants to be crushed underfoot? Go. Leave this place. But do not sleep, for I will find you in your dream." Like Freddy Krueger or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And he rolls off of Marian, pulling the knife out of his shoulder and handing it back to you. You're free to go.
Well, we want to know what you're doing here before we leave.
It's none of your business and none of your concern. And Professor Learmonth, he has stepped back, and you see he's holding something in his hand. You probably don't know what this is, Arthur, but Marian, you see this looks like that Pasqualium. He's holding a piece of that Pasqualium in his hand.
Oh. Professor, we're gonna need to take that. I'm so sorry.
Terrence says, no, that's not part of the deal. That goes with me.
I think Marian will kind of nod to Wait, did we give the gun back to him or no?
I think Arthur set it on the laboratory table, but you haven't given it back to Terrence.
Okay. I feel like Marian then she's not gonna try to use it, but maybe she'll pick it up and try to be a little more convincing and be like, we are taking that from you.
Give me a roll, either intimidate or persuade.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, nailed it. He says, you might as well take it with you. There's no charge left in it. You'll find it's quite useless.
Even though you wanted it moments ago?
Yeah.
You see a little twitch in his eye and sweat running down the side of his head. Now Lewis has gotten back to his feet, and he looks over at Terrence and says, Lawrence, we gotta go. We've got what we came for. And Terrence says, no, we don't. We don't have everything we came for. And he looks at the three of you and begins to count eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and goes back and forth and back and forth. And then he ends on his last count. He's pointing at Professor Learmonth. And he says, you two are free to go. I suggest you take this opportunity.
Do we just go, Arthur? Or do we try to...
I mean, this guy is super powerful, so I think...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
What do you do with that electric gun?
I mean, might as well take it.
Yeah. I think we should take it with us.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't give it back to them and then
Yeah.
turn my back and walk out.
Yeah.
As you walk out of the science hall, you shut the door to the laboratory behind you. As you're walking down the hall, hearts pounding, you hear Terrence say, now, Professor Learmonth, if you would be so good as to just lie down. And then a few seconds later, you hear a loud scream that echoes through the halls. And you quicken your pace and leave as quickly as possible.
Oh.
Whew.
Let's go to the other end of the quad, to the library. Gerold and Professor Jebediah, are you in the library, outside the library? Where do you put yourselves? The library is closed, but if you had a word with Professor Armitage, he might allow one or both of you to remain inside if you wanted to.
Is there any chance that I might have a key that would let me in case I was needing to do some late research?
There's always a night watchman there that could let you in. You probably don't have a key. But if you want to make a luck roll, maybe you happen to have one.
Well, if I don't, is there maybe then a chance that I know the night watchman? Perhaps a few occasions I've spent late nights here, and he's been the one to let me in and out.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Well, that's a terrible luck roll. You definitely don't have a key, but you do know the night watchman. So do you go inside?
I think that's probably better than waiting outside. I'm not sure. What do you think, Gerold?
Well, yeah, I mean, Gerald's wondering, I guess, because he kind of, well, hopefully knows the library. Is there any like interior, like higher up levels or anything? He's got a rifle. He kind of wants a good vantage point. But we're trying to defend the library. Is the idea?
I've got a map of the library, probably slightly more useful than the science hall map. But as you can see, just on the picture, there's the front door, and there are windows just above the front door, or on the at least on the front of the building. There's multiple windows you could be in. There's not like a rooftop you could be on. Would be a gabled roof.
Yeah, those windows is kind of exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just like a higher up interior level where he could get a good view of the entrance.
Yeah, you could come up here like on the third floor and have access to things there.
Perfect. I could try to cover you from above, Professor, if you, well, regardless of what you want to do.
I believe that would be a good plan.
When you go in, the library is very quiet. There is the night watchman that lets you in and just has you sign the little check-in book to show what time you got here, and when you leave, he'll write down what time you left, just to track the comings and goings. And do both of you go up to that third floor window?
Gerald is, definitely.
I think the professor will stay on the bottom floor, and he will make sure to tell the night watchman that some mischief may be afoot, and that he should keep an eye open.
Let's go back to our landing page. Let me have Gerold give me a spot hidden roll.
For better or worse, he's as good with spot and hidden as he is with the rifle.
So terrible at both.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's a sign.
Critical success. Okay. Critical success. You see exactly what is coming. So you see that where is Professor Harold? Let's see. You see Jason Trent, Clarissa Thurber, and William Noakes approaching, and they've got a bundle over their arms, like a knapsack. You see other students out in the yard, and some are doing cartwheels, many are throwing things or setting small fires. It's like the entire student body, or those at least that ate in the cafeteria, have undergone some sort of strange illness. But Gerold, with that, you see the approach of your three fellow students, and you can tell that not only have they got the knapsack over their shoulder, but you see them produce kerosene and sticks of dynamite as they approach that front door.
Oh dear. Yeah, okay. Well, Jared would, of course, call to the professor. We've got three coming. They've got accelerants, maybe if explosives. It's not looking great.
Well, is there some furniture on the first floor that I could barricade the door with?
There is. There's quite a few benches. There's desks. There's filing cabinets. There's the cabinet that holds the file card system for how everything is organized here in the library.
If Gerold is watching them from the third floor, I will begin to try and move some heavy things over to barricade the door.
Yeah, give me a strength roll. Yep, so you managed to get a few things blocking the door. The night watchman's like, hey, what are you doing? You can't touch that stuff, Professor.
Oh, yes, but I assure you, as I previously mentioned, some students have some mischief in mind tonight, and I'm simply protecting the collection here. I think you'll find what I'm doing to be quite necessary. In fact, another student up above who I've confided with is currently providing a lookout for us, and he has confirmed that they are approaching, so... If you wish to do your job properly and protect the library, I would suggest that you help me and move some of these objects over that we might prevent them from entering the library.
Give me a fast talk roll. He says, you been drinking, Professor? You're not making a whole lot of sense to me right now. It sounds like, maybe them stories about you over in Vermont, maybe they're true.
I assure you that I am not drunk. I am simply concerned. I know this may sound quite strange. In fact, I likely wouldn't believe myself, but I simply ask you to trust me here. If you wish for me to stop this, I shall, but I would ask that you stay here and watch for them, as they do mean harm to the library.
If anyone means harm to the library, I'll stop them. Put this stuff back where it goes. I'll be back in just a moment. And he walks off and heads towards the side of the library. Do you move the things away from the door?
Once he's rounded a corner, I'll continue to barricade the door.
Give me a listen roll, Professor. So as you're moving things, it's heavy work, and you're scraping wooden furniture across the floor and piling things up, and you don't hear anything else going on in the library. Gerold, from your vantage, you see the night watchman coming around the side of the library, shining his flashlight, and he sees these three students messing around, and he's speaking, but you can't quite hear what's being said, but you do see Clarissa Thurber pull out a gun and shoot him in the chest. There's a loud shot, and you do hear that, and you see him fall down unmoving, and she puts the gun away back into her purse, and then they continue at the door. And with your critical success from here, you can see they've got dynamite next to that door, and they're setting up a long fuse, and they're going to stand around the side of the building where they will light that dynamite to blow the front doors off.
Right. If Gerold called out to them, could they hear him from here?
You would need to open that window. They would probably hear.
Well, he's getting ready to shoot them, so he probably wants
Okay.
the window open anyways.
Perfect. So you get the window open. Do you call out to them?
Yeah, I think he almost can't help himself. I think he would call out, who is this mother? Who is your mother?
They look up at you, and they all beam. And Jason Trent, he steps forward a few steps, and he waves at you. Hi, Gerold. Do you wish to join Mother?
No, I have no desire for this. I wish to know more, however.
Oh, we can teach you all there is to know about Mother. Come down here. You can be one of us, part of the great plan.
I suppose you are the brothers?
Oh no, we are not the brothers. We are but children.
Oh, that's really disheartening.
We are one of 1,000 children.
Yeah, I think at this point Gerald probably is taking aim with his rifle.
Ooh. You can give me a shot. Let me pull. I'll pull us into combat here, just so we keep track of actions.
The shot, even if he misses, it'll be a warning to the professor at least.
Professor, would you have your gun out, your pistol or your shotgun?
Well, I left my shotgun in my office, but I would have likely my pistol on hand.
Okay.
Though probably in a coat pocket, I would imagine.
All right, Gerold, you are up first, and you've been up here so long. You've had time to aim. You'll get a bonus die on your attack roll. So just target who you want to shoot, and then on the combat tab of your character sheet, just click on the gun, and it should do everything for us. And you could add a bonus die to that.
Oh, I didn't at the bonus die. Oh, that was almost pretty close.
Go ahead and roll another d10. Ooh, I think that's a success. Yeah, that'd be a 20. Oh no, it'd be a 28.
Oh, on a 25, yeah.
So do you want to spend 3 points to make it a success?
Oh, if you can, then yeah, I would.
Yeah, you can.
I think I did that manually, right?
Yep. Just drop your luck by 3.
That is worth it. That's the closest he's going to get to hitting anything, probably.
And then let's see your damage. With your rifle is 2d6 plus 4. Eight damage to Jason Trent.
Yeah, Jason Trent. Notice he didn't even shoot Clarissa, who had the gun.
Right.
But, you know, Jason Trent, he's wanted to shoot him for a while, I think.
That is a huge hit on Jason. He drops prone and needs to make a Constitution roll. And he is unconscious and bleeding out. Jebediah, you hear the gunshot, the 2 gunshots, one shooting the night guard and one, the rifle, shooting Jason Trent, just on the other side of that door.
Well, with the barricade in place, I will run back to the end of the hall, and perhaps if there's something else I can use to lay out as cover, I will then wait for them to come through the door, I suppose.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll. You can add a bonus die to that. You can push that, or you can be satisfied that you think you are sneaky enough. You know where you're at. If they've got flashlights, your spot may not be the best spot, but hopefully it buys you some advantage. But you're welcome.
Well, less I'm trying to be stealthy, more I'm just wanting to get something out, like to cover me in case they come through the door shooting.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, there would be stuff for that. Clarissa, she pulls this mass of wires and tubes and points it up at Gerold. Oh, I'll give her ammo. again. There we go. Not point blank range. Oh, she just missed. So a bolt of lightning flies up and the glass just shatters at that window and spraying inside that room. And Gerold, you managed... In fact, give me a dodge roll to see if you can get away before some of that glass strikes you.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're going to take a point of damage from the flying glass. I'll go ahead and reduce your hit points by 1. There we go. William Noakes and Jason... William Noakes, he's not even going to go to Jason Trent. You see him... Well, you don't see him because you stepped away. But he strikes a match and lights the dynamite. Jason Trent is gurgling. He can make a roll here. If he is unconscious. Oh, no, he does not get a roll yet. Okay. Gerold, your turn.
Yeah, okay. He's just gonna keep shooting.
As you go back up to the top, you can see Clarissa and William kind of running away from the front. You can take a shot at them.
Yeah. In the heat of the moment, I don't think he'd make any connections there.
Right. And that is a fail. You can push that roll, or sorry, you can spend luck. 11 luck will make it a success.
It is a gamble because Gerald's not made of luck, and I've already spent a lot. But I'm so tempted. They're running. I suppose it's pointless, but almost. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. 11.
Yeah, 11 luck.
It's so pointless, but I will.
Go ahead and do that on the.
Yeah. Okay.
check
This
screen.
is. Alrighty.
And then roll damage.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. So William Noakes also, he's down to 1 hit point, also takes a major wound, falls down, and is still conscious. He's screaming and crying on the ground. Wilmarth! Wilmarth! Come save me! He cries out. Between your shot and Jebediah, your turn, there's a loud blast as the TNT erupts, blowing the front door open. Because of what you've piled up in front of there, it's not a clear path. There's just a pile of rubble and splintered wood and papers fluttering down. It's like a snowfall of pages in here, and smoke and ringing of ears. But Jebediah, you can see a form. It's Clarissa Thurber. She's walking towards the front door, and you see in her hand she's holding some strange device. You can take your shot if you want.
Yes. Is there any chance I could get a bonus as I had time to ready a shot for someone coming to the door?
I think so, and she has no idea you're there. So when it first pulls up that roll screen, you can do additional bonus die, and it's going to be not point blank, it'll be base range, additional bonus die. Now go ahead and you can roll. Oh, you're doing multiple shots?
Yes.
Okay. And did you click on the shoot button? Well, I think one of them hit. Now it was a regular success. You can You don't need to spend any luck on that one. You also had a one. You could spend 9 luck and hit with your last shot. You could hit with 2 of those shots. Perfect. Then hit roll damage. Nice.
Whoa.
Okay, she is. Oh, she's down to 0. Okay. First shot. Okay, so she remains conscious, but she is dying. She'll be dead in just a matter of moments. Wow. Okay, well, that was easy. You've got all 3 of them down. Jebediah, what do? You're closest. She's laying on the ground, just inside the entrance to the library.
I will kick away that device that shot the lightning at my car.
She looks up at you, and her eyes, one of them is lulled completely to the side. Whatever nerve function she had in that side of her face is gone. But the other eye, her left eye, looks right at you. And she spits and says, "They'll come for you too, Professor. This is not the end. This is just the beginning."
Well, I don't know about that, but I know whatever your plans are, we've at least stopped them for now.
Do you try and give her any sort of first aid, or do you just watch her pass? Or do you speed her on her way to death?
No, I think I'll just pick up that device and walk out of the library to check on the other 2.
Gerold, as you come downstairs, hearing the gunshots downstairs, you see first her body, and she's looking at you, and she says, "Gerold, help me. There's a reward in it for you."
I mean, well, you weren't very receptive to my questions. I don't see why I should help you now. You weren't very good to the night watchman.
He's nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Ooh, and hold on. My mouse is being silly, but that, like, in Gerold's ideology and beliefs, one of his lines is, "Every human deserves equal treatment and respect."
Ooh.
So I think Gerold's just gonna walk up to her, just hit her with the butt of his rifle. That's like the exact worst thing she could have said.
Nice. As you do, are you... Okay. It's going to cause her damage. She's at 0, so she's going to drop below. And she... Oh, yeah. You hear a crunch. There's a crunching sound. And she grows still, and you see black blood pooling out from under her. Whatever blow you've just given her has been more than enough to finish her off. And you walk out and you see William Noakes lying on the ground, and he's calling out and crying, "Please, I must speak with Wilmarth. Please." And Jason Trent is unconscious. Just as this, as you come out and the professor's there, you see Marian and Arthur approaching the library. And Arthur, you see Jason Trent lying on the ground, bleeding. What do you do?
I'll say, "Professor, what happened? Are you okay?"
Oh, yes, we were able to foil their plans. I believe they're all past the point of saving, but we recovered one of their devices.
Oh yeah, me and Marian took this device too.
Let me put it on.
Well done, Arthur. I'm not sure how it works, though. I know that it's likely important that we keep it away from them.
Yeah, of course.
William succumbs to his wounds, but Jason still remains unconscious. But Arthur, you can see Jason Trent is breathing at your feet, a gunshot wound to his chest.
Well, I can't do anything but watch him die.
Heartless.
Yeah, well, it's clear he's not the same person I once called a friend.
You kneel down, and his glasses are cracked and broken. Maybe you pull his glasses off and just look at him, and give me a spot hidden roll. You see just as you pull his glasses off, it musses up his hair a little bit, and just above his ear you see suture marks.
Oh.
And you trace them around. It looks like the top of his head has been removed and sewn back on just inside the hairline.
Yikes. That's disturbing.
And these notions of brains being swapped and taken out, now that you see perhaps first-hand evidence of that, give me a sanity roll, Arthur. Oh, missed it by 4. You're going to lose 2 points of sanity. I think you're still... Oh yeah, you're still good for your daily. Excellent. You watch as the hours go by, waiting for Professor Armitage and others to arrive. There's still students cavorting around the campus, but slowly they begin to drift off to sleep, most falling where they stand. And when they awaken shortly before dawn, rubbing their heads, they have no memory of what has transpired since dinner. There was no one to be witness to what had happened except for the 4 of you. And now that you have uncovered the plans and stopped them, it is not perhaps a complete victory, because you are unsure what happened with Professor Learmonth, but the library has been saved, albeit somewhat damaged. But there will be rewards. So, stopping the agents from attacking the library or saving it from destruction, everyone gains 1d6 sanity points. So you can all roll that for yourself and add that to your sanity. And then allowing Professor Learmonth's, well, I don't want to say what happened, but allowing him to come to harm for Arthur and Marian, that's going to be minus 1d6 sanity.
Oh.
And then for every one of the agents that you killed, you'll gain points. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4d4 sanity points gained for stopping some of these students.
$44 sounds nice.
Yeah, 44 is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for everyone.
Yeah, really should have put you out in the war.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I think he might be as close to as sane as he was when he started.
Right?
He's lost a lot.
He needs these hardships. And then I'm going to turn on to the development phase, and you guys can do your improvement rolls as well. Did you do your 4d4, Arthur?
Oh.
To improve your sanity by that many? By 8. Nice. Jebediah's firearms went up, and listen went up, and luck went up. Gerold's luck went up. Marian got 9 more sanity. Arthur's occult, persuade, and stealth. Your stealth went up by 1 for your ninja move. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, Gerold improved everything. And Marian improved 1 thing.
Of course.
And then make sure if you haven't done your luck improvement roll that you do that as well. Now,
Gain.
as you meet up and you watch the dawn arrive, a librarian, Millie Pilton, she shows up and says, Professor Armitage says I am to accompany you to find out who meant this threat upon our library. And that will be Tina's character, is Millie Pilton.
Nice.
So she will be joining us. Excellent. That is Chapter 2 of A Time to Harvest. Chapter 3 is going to be vastly different from everything else that we've undertaken. And then before long, we will be making a return to Cobb's Corners. Any questions about the session, the scenario, what we're doing, what's going on? Any comments, concerns?
Not particularly. That was a really good session.
Yeah, that was fun. I had kind of mentioned to Cross, I'm like, oh, you know what? You're going to shine in the next session. If ever we needed someone to make explosives and pack guns, it would have been you. But we'll have Tina joining us going forward. Now you all got a little taste of revenge and did admirably well. So the rest of the campaign going forward will be a little bit more like this, where you actually take matters into your own hands, and so you'll maybe begin to take the offensive against these Migo and the mother. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and we will meet up again next week.